Konnichiwa, and welcome to Tsuki no Ame, where we try Japanese sweets and treats. Today we have this to try. There are 4 different flavors. This is the Senjaku Hiyashuma Ramune and mango candy. And I'm going to have to apologize beforehand. This is another one where I have very little idea of what I'm getting into. So apparently the 4 different types in the bag, there is this mango otama, and then okay, I think I have these listed in different orders. So this is the Hiya Ramune, which from what I could find was chili. I wasn't able to find good descriptions on these other 3. Then we have a Shua Ramune, which apparently has to do with the bubbles and the fizz. And then finally the Tsubu Ramune, which I found literally no information about, just that these are 3 different types of ramune apparently. So this should be pretty interesting. And let's get started. Itadakimasu. Alright, first things first is, oh, there's like a little nick at the bottom. That's kind of odd. But hey, it works. And so we are going to get one of each of the 4 flavors out to try. And of course, the mango is the easiest to identify. I can smell the mango coming from the bag. Always a good sign. This is the Hiyashua. I have no idea what I'm getting into. Okay, Hiya, there we go. Because the name of the bag also starts with Hiya. Tsubu. Then are you Shua? Yep. Alright, so we've got one of each of the 4. And we're going to start with the mango. We're going to start with the easiest one first. So the first thing I have to call out is that that is a lot bigger than most of the hard candies that we've done on the channel prior to this. But it's really good. It has a good mango flavor. It is really nice and just kind of, I don't know, I kind of associate mango with kind of a mellow flavor. It's good. I like it. Very, very tasty. So moving on to the Hiya chili. I'm guessing that this one's going to have a cold effect. And I say that just because we have had a few candies on the channel now that did have the cold effect. So, oh, and it's got the dusting. Yeah, I think this one's going to be cold, which is awesome. It does. It has the cold effect. So it's cold when you put it in your mouth, and as you have it, it is still really cold, kind of on the chili side of things. It does taste like the plain ramune soda, so it's sweet with kind of that taste of the carbonation, but not a ton of additional flavor. But for the cool effect alone, I think it's kind of worth it. It's fun. Okay, and then this is the Shua, which is apparently bubbly or fizzy. Okay, that's really interesting. So the flavor is similar to the Hiya, but it's got a bit more of the carbonation. I think it's filled with the same kind of, with a powder that does a similar thing to like Pop Rocks. It has a bit more of the carbonation feel. I could feel kind of these little bubbles, a little bit of the fizz on my tongue. And I don't think that's loud enough for the microphone to pick up, but I can actually hear, when I first pulled it out of my mouth, I could hear it still fizzing just a little bit, lightly, which is really kind of interesting. It's very different. Usually it was giving me kind of the same sort of feel you have when you have Pop Rocks in your mouth right before they start popping. Like it kind of was that sense of anticipation. It's really kind of crazy. So the Tsuki was one which I know the least about of any of these, and oddly has specks of color in it. I'm not entirely sure why. I try to get as much information as I can about these sweets, but it's not always possible, and sometimes weird things happen in translation. I just have to go with it as best I can. So taste-wise, it tastes a lot like the Hiya without the cold effect. But as I had it in my mouth, I would periodically get these bursts of sour. I don't entirely know why, but it's not bad. I think I prefer these other three more, but it's not bad. Gochisousama. So to real quick recap, we did the Senjaku Hiyashuma Ramune mango candy. The mango, that good mango mellow flavor, really tasty. Then there was the Hiya, or the chili one, which is cold in your mouth. And the Shua, which has this fizzy effect. And we finished with the Tsubu, which had these bursts of sour. And what I find really interesting is that, three of these are just that plain soda flavor, and yet they are all three of them distinct from each other. They're all very different candies that work from the same base. It's really interesting trying all these different takes on Ramune candy from the same company with the same flavor set. And I definitely recommend just to kind of get a feel of what they've done. It's kind of fun. They're interesting, they're fun, they're crazy, and of course the mango is just a really nice, fun addition to the pack. I like it. I recommend. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. If you like my shirt, the link for that is down in the description below. And please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Jane!